I'm surprised it's taken me this long to get you to Cross Street Market, but I knew the first stop had to be Pizza di Joey. Not only is the pizza amazing, the vibe is awesome, and these guys are really cool. So without further ado, let's meet Joey.
I heard there's a pizza making son of a bitch over here.
As a busy mom, realtor, and someone who just likes to have fun, I'm always on the go around Baltimore. Whether you're new to the area or you've lived here your whole life, I want to show you my favorite places to eat, play, and live around 2 and 230. I'm Allie Hudler with Compass, and this is the 2 and 230 show. Joey, thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here, and I want to share with the world who you are, what your restaurant's all about, and just all the fun reasons why they should come and meet you.
Awesome.
So
thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys making it out today. And yep, this is the home of Pizza di Joey right here in the Cross Street Market in Federal Hill. We've been at this location for just over 4 years now. We started back in 2014 on a food truck.
Gosh,
and
yep.
So this year we're celebrating our 10-year anniversary. Early 2019, I was approached to see if I had any interest of coming into the Cross Street Market.
Amazing.
And it was pretty exciting. I used to come to the market all the time, have oysters, sushi, the big beers, and just really have a good time here. My buddies would come down from New Jersey, and we would go out to eat here and have drinks. So I was pretty interested. I came over, checked out the space, and about 9 months later, we opened here September 2019.
That was pretty quick.
Yeah.
9 months.
Yeah.
Not bad.
We had an expedited construction schedule.
Yeah.
Took a lot of hands and eyes and minds, but we made it happen in a short period of time. Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And you've got a great community around you of people that wanted to support you and come still get your pizza. So
absolutely, we couldn't have done it without the people in Federal Hill, Locust Point, Riverside, everyone throughout South Baltimore here. We also had some folks travel in from out of state.
Wow.
We had some people coming from out of state to try our pizza. They caught on to the buzz a little bit, and they came out, they tried it. And but yeah, no, without the support of like our neighbors here in the community, we wouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
And so here we are today, thankfully,
so
4 years after.
Few.
Yeah. And we do appreciate it, and we try to reciprocate with the community as much as we can.
That's amazing.
I don't like to think of us as isolated from the community or separate of it. Like these are my neighbors outside.
Yeah,
so.
Totally. I love that. Now, how did you even get started making pizza?
So I was born and raised in New Jersey. Mm-hmm. And so, real original, right? A guy named Joey from New Jersey making pizza. Was born and raised in New Jersey, and we used to just go to the local pizza spot around the corner. Yeah. And I used to always think it was like beautiful just watching the pizza maker like stretch out dough, put sauce on the dough, and cheese it.
Therapeutic almost.
It does, so yeah. Relaxing. It was like a trance almost. Yeah. As a kid, I could just sit there and watch it forever. There's a drawing I made when I was 4 years old of a pizza chef with a big head, and it says Joe's Pizza on his shirt. And people are like, "Oh, your head is still big like that,"
I'm still tall. They still call me giant. All good.
But I drew that when I was 4 years old. My family kept the drawing. I still have the original piece of loose leaf.
It's amazing.
And so I grew up, and then in high school I ended up working for one of the oldest pizzerias in the country, Sorrentino's Pizza in Perth Amboy, New Jersey.
Nice.
And at the time, there were about 23, 24 employees. I was one of less than a handful that weren't blood relatives.
Wow.
Yeah. And
very tight on their recipes.
It was very tight on their recipes and everything. It was a very, they are close-knit family, a large family, but very close-knit. And so I got a job there in high school, friends of the family, whatever. Yeah. And I started working there. And I was probably the worst pizza maker in New Jersey history.
What'd you do?
I don't know in national or international, but at least in New Jersey, I was probably the worst pizza maker. Stretching the dough, I put holes in the dough all the time. The dough was never even. It was a disaster. And I would literally be sweating bullets making pizza because I was just so bad. I was like 16, 17 years old.
Were you scared to mess up, or just you knew this isn't going to be
I wasn't scared to mess up. I knew I was going to mess up. I was like, I did it a few times. I'm like, I don't think this is for me. I'm like, I think I want to make pizza, but it's not happening right now. And my boss, he had a few daughters, and they were a little bit older than me, and they would be next to me, completely emasculating me while I'm trying to make. Here I'm like a teenage boy trying to make pizza next to these girls, and I was just so horrible. And after time, I caught on, but so I wasn't good at doing that, but I was really good at cleaning. So I would just clean. You know, I did whatever I could because I was like, I think I'm costing my boss more money than I'm making him right now.
Yep.
He was very patient with me though, Lou.
Lou, good old Lou.
He passed away a couple years ago. He's a great guy. He taught me a lot. And then his right-hand guy, Chris, as well. And so I learned a lot from them. I learned like how to make pizza. You know, there's a lot of it's a combination of art and science.
Yeah.
And so and tradition, and that's really what I learned from them, was a lot of the tradition, and obviously some of the systems and the processes and things like that.
How did you end up in Baltimore?
Oh, Navy.
Okay, cool.
So we can rewind a little bit. Even in the Navy, I made pizzas. So if you go to my website, you can see me making pizzas on submarines and in Afghanistan.
Oh my God.
And in Afghanistan, my XO built me a small coal-fired brick oven. I'd fire off pizzas for us on Friday nights.
Cool.
But yeah, so I was doing it for fun, obviously.
Yeah.
Like it's just for like me and my buddies while we're overseas, or you know, even back home, I guess, watching football on Sundays. And you know, they were like, "You should sell this out of your apartment." I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's not legal, but you know, we can.
Hey, thanks for the thought.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, but thank you for the encouragement, you know. And then one of my buddies said, you always talked about opening a pizzeria. And I said, yeah, for retirement. Like, I wanted to be like the old guy on the corner making pizzas for the kids, you know.
Oh.
And he's like, well, why don't you do that now? I said, I know nothing about business. He's like, you know, like, you're not the dumbest guy around.
Yeah.
He's like, you could figure it out, I'm sure. And then my best friend Thomas, he said he wanted to do it on a food truck. So he was managing a steakhouse in New York City.
Oh, cool.
And he's like, we see these halal carts everywhere, you know, like, you should look into doing a food truck. And I said, okay. So I looked into it. I'm like, it's possible. So I just started cracking away, building my business plan, and just started going to work, working on the details. And you know, it's not easy to put a 3,500-pound brick oven on a food truck.
I'm sure.
To serve hundreds and hundreds of people at a given time.
Right.
So there was a lot of, you know, equipment research and things like that. But Pizza di Joey hit the streets in August of 2014. Like the pizza we have today is similar in a lot of ways, but it's also very different in a lot of ways. You know, I never settled for, oh, they said it's good, so it's good.
Right.
No,
you're like
always tweaking. Constantly.
Yeah.
I mean, even still, like, I'm always like experimenting with things in the back, trying to like just like dial in and tune in to make it better.
Art and science, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I'm very much of the belief that everyone works hard for their money.
Yeah.
And if they choose to come and spend their money with us, we should be giving them the absolute best product we can and the best service we can. And I tell it to my staff all the time, like, you guys work really hard, you know, for your money, right? And they said, yeah. And I'm like, well, so do other people. And they're coming here and they're choosing to spend their money with us.
Right.
So we need to make sure we're showing up every single day with our A game.
Yes.
And our big thing here is that we serve our customers like we serve our friends and our family. Like some of my friends and family are coming down the next couple of weeks, and they're getting the same pizzas and everything just like everyone else.
Do you want to get back there? Maybe show some people what's going on?
Absolutely. We can make some pizza magic happen over here.
All right, let's do it. Well, Joey, I love the space here.
Thank you
so
so much.
Clean
Yeah,
and bright.
This is where the magic happens. So, so our dough's a little special.
Tell me about it.
A lot of places. Well, I can't tell you all about it.
True.
But you know, a lot of places they make their dough and they use it later that day or the next day. We cold ferment our dough for at least 4 days before we use it.
Nice.
So it's like a wine or a cheese. You know, that carrying cost, but it adds to the flavor of the dough, and that's what we do here. So most places don't want to invest in that type of time, energy, effort, space.
Yeah, sure.
We do, because we're bringing we're trying to bring the best product. Yep. So here, our pizzas are normally 24 inches. This is actually a dough ball for one of our new sandwiches, our prosciutto piadina. So it's freshly baked flatbread with prosciutto, buffalo mozzarella, arugula, roasted red peppers, balsamic, and our house chili oil.
Sounds amazing.
And a little bit of pecorino romano.
So, Joey, it's probably like children to you, but do you have a favorite?
My plain slice.
Yeah?
I love plain pizza. When I go out, it's plain pizza. So my top 3 are plain slice, meatball, onion, garlic, and then a white slice, which we have our white slice up front too. Right here. So you don't even want to know what the process is to get this thing right.
Wow.
See all the air pockets there? Like, it's setting it up, letting it rise for hours and hours, and then coming in here very early in the morning, having our oven temperature drop. I mean, it's a process. Like even making the dough itself for this is a process. Right. Go. Oh, and it's a corner slice. That's the best slice.
Nice.
That is the absolute best slice. Go. You probably just need a minute for it to cool down because it's probably pretty hot, but
oh, smells amazing.
as you can see here, this is the size of our, yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah, we say size matters at Pizza di Joey because it does. And you see one of our serving goats who have served. Yep. So we work with a local nonprofit organization, the Baltimore station, helping homeless veterans suffering from poverty and addiction right here in Federal Hill. They're 2 blocks over.
Yep.
And so I've been working with them actually since I started Pizza di Joey back in 2013, 2014.
Good job.
And yep, we feed about 60 to 70 homeless veterans every other week. Every other week we send a bunch of pies over there. And I've been volunteering there again for about 10 years. I'm on the board of directors there now.
I'm sure they love having you.
And yeah, you know, again, people really don't turn away pizza.
Yeah.
Especially when it's pretty good. But
who would? Yeah.
right? But yeah, great organization right down the street, and you know, we've employed veterans over the years. Sometimes like more than half our staff have been veterans, sometimes less. But yeah, we do work with local military units as well, Navy, Army. It was one of my goals when I started the business. I said we have to give back to the veteran community, and there are a lot of veterans that need help in different ways, and I just wanted to show our support. And so yeah, we linked up with the Baltimore station, and we do work with the active military units, and then a lot of the guys that I used to serve with and work with back in the day, they come here and grab pizza and beers, and sometimes they bring their kids. One guy I've known for over 20 years, he comes here at least 2-3 days a week. I've known him for over 20 years. We met on the other side of the country. He lives around the corner, and he comes here a few days a week with his kids, and they love saying hi to Pizza Joey, and we tell dumb stories from school back then, and yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's great. That's actually probably one of my favorite things about being here is seeing my buddy from so long ago. It's so cool. It's like my God. It's like there's a lot happened that happened in between there, and then here we both are, and it's pretty cool. We try, you know. I tell people, I'm like, if at the end of the day this was about bread, tomatoes, and cheese, that's like what kind of life is that? You know, if it I mean, obviously it's a business, you know, we need to make money, etc. But again, if it's just about like dollars and cents, again, like you can't take any of that with you. Right. You know, you have to you know, try to make other people's lives better where you can. You know, and we do it with pizza, and we try to do it with some other stuff too. Yeah. You know, and that's kind of like my guide. Does that make sense? You know?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. Well, thank you again, Joey, so much for sharing everything.
Appreciate you guys coming out. This was great.
Yeah, it's so fun. I just love hearing all the background and stories. And
I could talk forever.
Food's
Ask
amazing.
Her.
Yeah. Well, for those who haven't been here, again, you know, we know you're in Cross Street, but where can they find you physically on social media?
Yeah, Pizza di Joey, Pizza D-I, Delta India, Joey, pizzadijoey.com, at Pizza di Joey on Instagram, Facebook. For the older folks that still use Facebook like me, it's okay. Or you just take a walk down Cross Street on the south side, and you're gonna find us right at the window.
Yeah,
you know?
There you go.
We're here 7 days a week, and we're slaying slices. That's what
I
we
love
do.
it. Well,
It's,
thanks so much, Joey. It's been
Thank
a
you.
pleasure.
I'm a hugger, so I got to come in
I
for
was
the
gonna
hug.
give
Is
you
that
a hug
okay?
too, yes.
All right, good. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Mitch, I'll hug
So
you after.
fun.
Don't worry. If you
Well,
want, it's cool. He put
totally.
my mic on me, so I feel like we got a little,
Touched you a little bit. Yep. Well, for those who, again, haven't been here, or even if you have been, get back out here, support these guys. They're doing amazing work. The food is delicious. I'm going to keep eating. So thanks,
Me too.
Joey,
Don't worry. We're going to do
and
it together.
Yeah, we'll see you all here soon. So thank
Awesome.
you.
We'll see you guys.